Hey, this is Ryan from GameRant.com, and I'm here about to play a little bit of Always Sometimes Monsters. It's developed by Vagabond Dog, which is based out of Toronto, and it's published by Devolver Digital, so you may recognize them from such hits as Hotline Miami. And the music that you're hearing is by Laser Destroyer Team, who does the whole soundtrack for the game. So, just a little background on really what this game's about before you see it. It is essentially very much a narrative title. If you've ever played something like Gone Home, you might recognize kind of what that will be like. It's very cerebral. Yes, you have control over the character, but a lot of the game is spent kind of engrossing yourself in the narrative, and it's an emotional game. It's one of the few games I've seen on Steam that has such a hefty warning list. But don't let that dissuade you. Don't let the graphics, if that's not your style, dissuade you. It is, at least from what I've played so far, it is one of the heaviest titles I've ever played. Yeah, it's a little interesting. So, since it is such a narrative-heavy game, just be warned that what you're going to be seeing could be considered spoilers. So, if that sort of thing bugs you and you are thinking of playing this game, maybe, tune in for a little bit of it, but just be warned that it will be spoiling a little bit. But since there are such divergent paths, you actually may not even see the same thing that I'm seeing. So, from this point on, there will be spoilers of sorts, of which I apologize, but trust me when I say it's an interesting game. So let's jump right in. It's pretty basic in terms of the options, obviously, from the beginning. There's New Game, Continue, Credits, and Quit, with just a few graphical options for changing between full screen and the size of your screen. So we're just going to jump right into where I am. I'm about half an hour into the game, maybe? So here we go. Okay, so as I said, it's one of those games that you really... I know some people may take a look at the graphics and say, oh, well, it looks like RPG Maker. That is the first mistake you would make. Yes, it may look like that. This game has so much more to offer than you could have possibly thought from that. Essentially, you, in the game, find yourself in this city. And I won't kind of spoil how it begins, but essentially, you are asked in the first day to make $500. You have nothing. So, you basically set out in order to fulfill that. And it basically, the game itself, puts you in the shoes of this character that you choose at the beginning. And how you choose to make that money and really just live the life of this character and go through the motions. It's really up to you, and if there's one thing I've learned from this, it's that really it's not easy to be a good guy. Because the choices you're faced with, it's not, like, games have gotten much better at portraying a kind of gray area in terms of choice. This game, I feel, it does something a little different with that. Yes, there's the gray area, but it almost feels as though not making a choice is almost worse than any of those things. You really, really have to... someone is hurt with almost every choice you will make. For instance, there's a point very close to the beginning where you may find that a friend has been offered heroin, or they are going to be offered heroin, and you can either, take that heroin, which is just, it's been dropped on the ground, so you can pick that up if you want, but then you are risking the law and just a whole bunch of other things that could happen, or you can just allow it to be given to said person, and it's really interesting to see how the choice of not making a choice can actually hurt you just as much as physically making a choice in the game. So, Here I am. I've just made a small amount of money. Let's see. Yes, I have $100. And as you can see, there's a stamina bar. Making big decisions, at least from this point, it seems to be whenever a pivotal plot point is surpassed, you lose a bit of stamina. And I'm assuming when that stamina bar lowers all the way, you will essentially, you'll go on to the next day. So, here we are. Where we left off is I essentially took this girl's money, and I bought her drugs. Yeah, it wasn't a good choice, but she was offering a lot of money, and I was like, okay, well, I wasn't thinking at that point, and I clicked yes. Thinking, oh, well, you know what, no, I'm gonna renege on that. You can't do that. So I went and I got her drugs. And now she's given me the key to her place. I'm assuming this is said place. So, you know what, I can be a horrible human being and search this place. And you never know, maybe I'll find some money. Or, you know, just find a indie hero action figure, which is kind of a nice little addition into the game, is the developers, they have put, I believe it's 50 action figures throughout the game, and you can collect those, and essentially, I'm assuming, sell them as one big package to receive a hefty amount of money, or you can sell them one by one to, I'm assuming, make a smaller amount of money. I haven't tried selling them yet because I'm trying to find them all, but it's definitely one of those little collectibles that it's nice to see different indie games represented because, you know, there's, I found one of the masks from Hotline Miami, and it's just, you know, it's a cool little addition and a nice nod to the indie scene. Oh god. Oh. Okay, so I guess since that girl gave me her key, I guess this is her room. Yeah, I'm not gonna go in there. Okay, so nothing bad that could be done there. So, instead of doing those shenanigans, I'm gonna go in, and I've been offered part-time work as a bouncer, so why not jump in here and see if there's a mini game of sorts or something that I can do to make a little bit of money, because I am very short on said money. Also, as you'll see right now, the game doesn't pull any punches with its dialogue. I actually really like it because, yeah, sometimes it's a little over the top, but it kind of works with what the game is and how almost surreal it is. Because honestly, it just kind of creates this feeling of a very, very dirty, dirty town where just horrible, horrible people come to roost. Oh, sorry, and not bouncer, coat check, the most honorable of the clubbing trades. And as you are about to notice, I'm probably going to be terrible at this minigame and make absolutely no money. So yeah, you can revel in knowing that you will probably be able to do better than me at this. So this is another one of those wonderful little things where I can very much steal from these people if I really want to. But I'm probably not going to because I would feel terrible. Oh god, this is gonna be bad. See, you gotta be polite, even to these people. Oh. So this is gonna come all down to memory, which... yeah, that's not one of my strong suits. Okay, 65, 66, 67. That's, you know, moderately easy. I know someone's probably gonna show up with a crazy number. Also, this is the crazy old man who's demanding $500 from me, for a reason. So, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be sleeping in a bed tonight. And as you can also see, my character looks like the biggest deadbeat ever, so he kinda fits into the narrative. Okay, this isn't so bad, so I can't pick up the wrong one. That's always good. Now I gotta just hope that people will actually tip. But, yeah, well, there's kind of this lull. 69, yes. Yeah, so while there's that lull, I guess I can kind of talk about, the minigames, because I haven't really experienced many. This is the second one I've experienced. But they do seem, you know, reasonably, basic. Oh. Yeah, so the mini-games are pretty basic. They're just kind of walking, clicking on certain things at a specific time. It's not complex by any stretch of the imagination, but, you know, it's definitely, it pushes the game forward, and that's always important. And of course, it's not letting me speak to this girl anymore. Always good. She's just gonna sit there. Oh, well. Oh, never mind, I got her coat. I am a terrible human being. Oh, okay. And as, yeah, just so you know, that is the crazy man that I once gave a sandwich to. He just gave me one back. See, I am a master at this. I'm a master at remembering coats. It's always a good thing. But yeah, so far in the game, nothing particularly horrendous has happened to me, but I can already feel as though it's kind of going in a direction where it's just going to be absolutely mortifying to deal with pretty much anything in the game, because it's already pretty dark. It opens with a murder, and yeah, I don't know. Oh god, I don't even know what I just clicked on. I may have just pissed this person off. Yeah, but as I was saying, it just, I get a very dark feeling, even though you kind of have these, I think the term's chibi-style characters, it's just, it really sets a dark atmosphere, and no, I don't really have a choice in what I'm gonna say. He's just an average coolster like yourself, looking to score some sweet illegal drugs. No cops here, fellow Coolian. See, these are the kind of people that I wish to someday emulate as, you know, as a fellow Coolian. You know, I've watched such hits as Good Burger, you know, I really feel that I can live up to these standards. But yeah, I'll never be quite as cool as that totally not a cop, totally not a narc, cool guy that just walked in here. Oh god, I'm messing up. Where is his coat? He's not gonna be happy. Oh, great, he had condoms. And with that, I made not even close to enough money to keep my apartment. This is always good. And as you can see, they're rocking the heck out up there on the stage. Gonna talk to this little girl who is, well, not little girl, she's a junkie. Let's see what she has to say. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy anything. I need to save money. Oh, here's the girl I think that I talked to outside. Yep, and she seems to be doing well. So yeah, as you can also notice, there's not a whole lot of, well, there's obviously direction within the game, but it very much allows you to choose your own direction. It doesn't really force you to do anything in particular. If I wanted to walk into the girls' room, I very well could, but odds are something horrendous would end up happening, and it would lead to me just being treated as a bad person, which I frankly don't want to do. So I'm gonna leave the concert, see what there is that I can do outside. Any shenanigans I can get up to make a little bit of money. Okay, never mind. I am not gonna be sleeping in a bed tonight. Ooh, a cookie factory. This place seems legitimate. I feel very safe walking in here. But, action figure from Hotline Miami. Always a good thing. But yeah, as you can see, like, it doesn't... Yes, it encourages me, okay, you should probably get some sleep. But it's nice because you do have that choice, and really, staying out late, it will probably in some way affect my character, I'm assuming. Like, for instance, he could end up extremely tired and... Oh! Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, it's one of those things where this staying up late will probably end up affecting me in some way. And once again, I've given the man a sandwich. He'll probably give me a sandwich back at some point because we seem to be trading sandwiches back over and over and over. Also, he likes to wax poetic, or sorry, not wax poetic, wax philosophical, all the time. Don't really know why, but you know what? It's good that we have some cultured homeless men in, I believe, Dubstown. So here I am. I'm gonna try and get up to my old room. Oh no, wait, I don't have a key. Never mind. I'm just gonna talk to the landlord anyways. Maybe he will, despite my deadbeatness, be able to see some reason in my questioning. Or maybe he'll just kick me out. Because he's crazy, and he's old. Okay, that was very succinct and to the point. Well, too bad for him, I can still get upstairs. And I'm gonna see if there's anything exciting going on. Oh, it's okay. It's just drugs. And it's these little touches where just interacting with things, you really do get a glimpse of just how dark and desperate life is in this little town. And I really, really like that. Also sex. There's lots of sex, I assume. This is one instance of said sexual intercourse. So here's my room. Number 40... Well, they're all 41, I think. Okay, so it's not gonna let me. Any action figures up here? Probably not. Nope. Okay, looks like I'm sleeping on the streets. It's gonna be like a camping trip. You know, that should be fun, right? There's nothing bad that could happen from living out on the streets. Oh, there we go. It's a nice, semi-clean looking mattress. Okay. You know what? It's right beside my house. It's unsanitary, but whatever. I can handle it. Okay, I'm in a bedroom right now. I don't know what's going on. Oh, dream sequence, yay. Also, for those wondering, this is my wonderful in-game girlfriend. You meet her at the very beginning, and then, yeah, things happen, so, you know, don't want to spoil any of that. And I guess, you know what, it's been... I don't want to really do much more in this video, just because, you know, it is a very narrative-heavy game. I don't want to end up spoiling, really the depth and just despair of it all. It's definitely not a game that you play if you know, aren't in a good mental place, but it definitely represents one of the most intriguing stories I've experienced in gaming in recent times. I've just never felt like my choices have had as much of an effect as they do in this game, and sadly, over the course of the video, it didn't really get to show those choices coming into effect, but I promise you it's an interesting one, and you know what? It's not that much, so it's worth kind of jumping into if you have even the slightest interest in it and it seems interesting. I'd recommend trying it because honestly, it's only $9.99 on Steam, and actually right now until May 28th, it's $8.99, so you really can't beat that. For a story that seems like it could go on for a reasonable amount of time, I definitely feel like it's worth it. Yes, some people may say, oh, it looks like a Flash game. Honestly, you get past a point where it doesn't bug me. I feel like the visuals are just a means of getting you, through the story. You need the visuals to be there, but it's the story that steals the show and these choices that you have to make. And honestly, it's It's an interesting ride, so I would definitely recommend trying it out if you have the least bit of interest in kind of a very real, very cerebral story, basically depicting how hard it is to be a good person, because pretty much no matter what you do, if you want to survive in the game, you're going to have to do bad things, and I really, really like that kind of terror that it causes within you. So yeah, my name is Ryan, I'm from GameRant.com, and thank you for listening. If you like the videos, do all that social media stuff, like favoriting, liking, plus oneing, whatever it is you can do, so, you know, we can keep making these videos for you guys. Thank you so much for watching.